Hi, and welcome back to Let's Play Demon Souls. Today, it's Fight Club. The only rule of this Fight Club, though, is no healing grasses. More on that later. Now, let's clear out the riffraff and get started. I'm not actually going to be giving too much commentary. Maybe commenting on one or two things and naming who's fighting. First up, we have Shneby versus LotusGramaryeII. This is Genocyber from the subforums is Lotus. Shneby, I have no idea. And then some crazy anime shit happens right here. Seriously, it reminds me of the beginning of Ninja Gaiden. Next up, we have Shneby, again, against MorriganStark. Morrigan will actually be Black Phantom for most of this. We didn't get that many red signs during the Fight Club. This time, it's Genova X versus Morrigan Stark. I'm sorry if my camera work isn't that great early on. I get better. This is my first time doing something like this. Next up, Milk Chicken 420 versus MorriganStark. Even with a drop, people can't take out Morrigan. This time we have GG Doom versus MorriganStark. Don't worry, later on Morrigan will change up his builds to add some variety. What GG's actually trying to do there is throw a fireball while his opponent is getting up in order to hit him with the explosion after he stands. You may notice sometimes that people just don't take damage from backstabs. There's a weird glitch in the Soul series. If two people damage each other at the same time, then no damage is dealt. And GG defeats Morgan. Next up is GG versus Morgan again. Once again, I just couldn't find any other red signs. Got him with that nice big area effect that the large axes have. Next up, Genova X returns to fight against Morgan. Newcomer eaglesdouble versus MorriganStark. Morgan, I think, switching back to his long sword or knight sword. It's a straight sword type weapon. And Eagles, I believe, wielding the northern regalia. Or Demon Brand. It's one of those. Ooh, somebody beats Morgan. Eaglesdouble versus Morgan again. Seems we got the same weapons as well. Next up, GG Doom is back versus Morgan. Morgan now sporting a great sword, I believe. Yes, with that movement set, it's a great sword. Next up, we have eaglesdouble back versus Morgan. That thrusting attack from katanas is actually quite vicious because you can change directions in the middle of it. And I believe that was Wrath of God. Next up, GG Doom returns versus Morgan. Morgan switches back over to his greatsword. I keep wanting to call it an ultra greatsword, but it's just a greatsword. The rolling attack from greatswords is probably its greatest attack. Most versatility is what I'm trying to say. I believe Morgana just buffed himself with warding or some sort of shield magic because his second chance is down. Next up is GG Doom and Morgan again. GG fully adapting a dual katana style in these last couple of fights, which I like to see. Although he seems to be a little overburdened. Ah, he fixed it. Seems GG finally nicked him with that sleepy fireball. Wake up fireball is what I was going for. Ooh, lucky at the end there. Next up, we actually have a new red phantom. This is GG Doom versus FoReaLaKilla. GG actually implementing the swing push style with the katanas. By using the push, you can stun lock people. See? Just like that. Next up, GG Doom versus Morgan again. Next up, eaglesdouble returns versus Morgan. Nice lag parry. Those are very hard to pull off in PvP. And at this point, I decided to step in. So here's me, Wandering Newbie, versus MorriganStark. Luckily, he hit me with the blast of the downward swing. And while waiting to get more people, I was invaded. So here's me versus Black Ghost 9876, a Dragon Bone Smasher wielder. Dragon Bone Smasher wielder. It's hard to say. Next up, me versus MorriganStark again. Not bad for somebody who doesn't PvP, if I say so myself. Next up, we have a new old Red Phantom. LotusGramaryeII versus eaglesdouble. GG Doom versus Lotus in this one. Once again, GG Doom versus Lotus. And at this point, I decided that me and Lotus should settle stuff from the main videos. So here's me versus Lotus. And he wanted to do gimmicky stuff in the main videos? Well, I'll do a gimmicky thing in this. Bowman fight. It didn't work out too well. And I decided to give it one last proper attempt. Once again, me versus Lotus. And wouldn't you know it, when I was doing my outro, I got invaded by somebody. But you know, you may be asking from the beginning, newbie, why did you ban grasses? Well, you see, grasses make PvP go on very long. What started here as a friendly dropping of rare equipment slowly became something bad. Don't use grasses, kids. And that's it for the Demon Souls Fight Club. I'd like to thank everybody from the Something Awful Let's Play subforum who helped, and everybody from the Demon Souls wiki who helped. It turned out to be a great video. And I'll see you on Sunday for the last one.